Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Monday's Market Outlook here. TOPGUN Options, Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz. And man, look at that movement in the S&P 500 today. Pretty deep move, and we've recovered almost all of it. Let's go take a look. I think we've essentially filled the gap. There's the gap down at the open. Jim Cramer panicking. Oil's going to hit 150, 200 bucks. And, you know, that right there should tell you to do the exact opposite. So, you know, a little bit of a gap down at the open. We already filled the gap, and we've accelerated. We retreated back to it, and we're hanging right now. So folks, all of these are buying and selling opportunities. Now, if you don't like trading, like no kidding trading, you're probably miserable. I love it. Let's go take a look. Men lies, trades don't. Look at this. I just shot on this turn up here. You can go take a look at the time. As soon as we popped up here, I just shot a bear call spread. Let's go take a look. New S&P 500 bear call spread. Look at that. And 3 minutes later, as it rolled over, I got out for 30% profit in 3 minutes, 500 bucks. If I stayed in that bear call spread, it's looking like it's probably up about 80% profit right now. And then this morning, when we hit the bottom, right, I just bought a drinking call this morning. Drinking money, not for the faint of heart. I just bought a single 66.75 call, and a couple minutes later, out. 30%, 500 bucks. I mean, look at Brent. Man, minutes later, 100% profit, 2,000 bucks. Now I'm just taking, whenever I do one of these, I'm on my screen, I'm like, wow, that's 500 bucks out. I mean, if I held on to the vast majority of these trades, they'd probably hit a max profit, but I don't like sitting here. I don't like, and that's the other thing people get wrong. Like, I am not sitting here all day staring at this drool cup, man. I live. I got stuff to do. I got foundations to run, churches to run, people to see, things to do. But look at that. Just quick in these volatile swings, you could potentially print money. I love doing this. This is so much fun. Now, I get it, man. That might look like a lot of pain, and it might be pain in your portfolio. That's your problem. That's your fault if you don't know how to trade this stuff. And this is, it's over with, okay? Let me give you a high-level brief here. And let me throw, I mean, look at the tariff war thing back here, you know, essentially a year ago, right? With the president and the Liberation Day tariffs, whatever they were called, and we imploded, the bond market broke, and Secretary Bessent told the president, like, bond market broke, above 5, we need to call uncle. And then, of course, he did the trade deals everywhere, trade deals, I got deals, deals aplenty, and then we ripped. Folks, this is, to be clear, major combat operations are over with. You're not going to wake up tomorrow to breaking news. The Iranian army has reconstituted, and the airplanes, you know, were built out of thin air, and they've launched a massive counterattack, and they sank the Abraham Lincoln. It's not going to happen. So major combat operations are over. We have air, not superiority, dominance. Right? There's like 100 tankers airborne right now, and we're literally just picking targets of opportunity at this space. So the 3 strategic objectives the president laid out have all been met or exceeded in the first week. Right now, I get it. What happens next, and Khomeini's son, and all that type of stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, again, the Strait of Hormuz was not closed by Iran. There is no Iranian Navy. It's on the bottom of the Gulf. What, quote, closed the Strait of Hormuz is Lloyd's of London, the insurance company. Hey, man, your policy is null and void. You go through the Strait of Hormuz, you're not insured anymore. Or we'll insure you for, 10 times what your last policy was. What did Trump do last week? Not, he essentially, Lloyd's of London been around since like the 1600s in the East India Trading Company or something like that. President Trump said to DFC, the Americans, we will insure your tankers for a fraction of what Lloyd's does, and we'll probably throw a cruiser on your starboard bow to help get you through the strait. So things are starting to move. This ain't going to be long, drawn out, the strait's closed. Folks, if Iran wanted to close the strait with their mines and everything like that, they would have already done it. There's no way they just magically are going to float some ships and go close the Strait of Hormuz. It's closed by choice, by shipping companies, CEOs like, all right, we're not going through there. It's a little crazy. That's their call. But that's why the president said, we'll insure you, and it'll be cheaper than Lloyd's, and we got our warships in the area. So again, the Kramers, the Panikins, all these type of people, it's almost like they're rooting for failure. right? So every one of these dips, I mean, there's your tariff dip right there, are buying opportunities. This was a good washout, man, to be honest with you. We're making some good money. Our positions in Raytheon are printing money. Did you not buy Raytheon months ago when I told you and then reminded you to buy it and then say buy more? Look at these headlines. What happened Friday afternoon, folks? Here it is right here. Defense companies to quadruple production of exquisite weapons. I wouldn't call weapons exquisite, man. That's just weird. Some of these White House hype videos are just wrong. This is death. This is destruction. And it's not something to be made fun of. Getting my nose out of joint with this stuff, man. People are dying. 7 of our troops are gone. 6 came home in a dignified transfer. That always chokes me up, man. My oldest son, Matthew's leaving in a couple weeks. United States Air Force deployment. Grow up, people. This is war. But anyway, Raytheon. Duh. Buy it again, buy it with both hands and keep buying it. That's free money, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what did Raytheon do Friday afternoon? It popped like 3%. Look at that. 5 days, 10 days. Yeah, it's just ripped. Look at that. This was Friday afternoon when it went from 200 to 215 again. And if you're sitting here going, oh, Wiz, I missed it. No, you didn't. You haven't missed it. This is a hockey stick. When the federal government announces we're out of weapons and you have revenue for infinity at this point if you're Raytheon. So you didn't miss anything. I have added to Raytheon here. We have a bull put spread that expires in a couple weeks. It's printing money. We closed a burner trade last week for over a triple digit profit. This is fun, man. This is like shooting fish in a barrel. Bad jobs report, man. Bad jobs report on Friday. 92,000 lost. Now, this is interesting because some of you might be sitting here going, whoa, jobs market sucks now. Ooh, what's the Fed going to do? I thought the Fed minutes a couple weeks ago said, we're not cutting anything this year. And by the way, we might actually raise rates because the job market's so strong. Excuse me? This was a horror jobs number. I mean, look at that. So these jobs numbers aren't that good. So I wouldn't, I don't think Jerome Powell, who's on his way out the door, can be super... he's gone. But this is bad. I mean, Morgan Stanley got rid of 3% of their bank workforce last week, 2,500 employees. These weren't people in the mailroom, folks. Look at this. Investment banking, trading, wealth management, investment management. Why? It's over with. AI has replaced all of these positions. And folks, these are white collar jobs. These are 500 grand a year base salary and $3 million bonus, depending on how your book does. Gone. These are people with homes in the Hamptons. This is bad. Finance related job openings are collapsing, the lowest since 2012. AI is destroying all of these jobs. Oracle plans thousands of job cuts as data center costs rise. Bloomberg reports. Amazon lays off robotics staff in latest cuts. Again, these aren't engineers oiling the Fetzer valve on a robot. These were the white-collar jobs that came up with all this stuff. We had a great time this morning in the second week of our newest live trading and training service called Solo Amazon. We have 3 positions in our Solo Amazon portfolio that we've started. Long-term bullish synthetic stocks in Amazon, Constellation, and NVIDIA. So if you're a Solo AI member, make sure you watch the replay from today's brief. Just go underneath brief replays down there to Solo AI. And don't forget that I posted, just click view the replays. Over here on the right, ladies and gentlemen, the 3 field guides. The TGO AI Wingman field guide, the AI infrastructure report that has the 10 names we're putting in this portfolio and all the 12 and 24 month price targets, all the commit criteria. And then this one, the AI operational train plan. This has 12 prompts that you can copy, paste into your chat. And you know why those 2,500 people got laid off from Morgan Stanley? Because of this. I am putting all of this all those, you had to have 50 million with Morgan Stanley to get this type of analysis and reports. All you have to do is join Solo AI here at TOPGUN Options, and you'll get the same thing, if not better, in my opinion. So there's the replay from today's brief for all of our new members. I saw some people had a couple issues getting into the briefs, but the replay's posted right there. And we added a Amazon weekly bull put spread because it's finding a bottom here, the 205, 202 and a half bull put spread out to Friday. Let's go look at Amazon real quick because it's skimming right along the treetops here. Let me bring up a 3-month chart. There it is. Look at that. Boom. There's that stupid gap down on earnings. Why was it stupid, Wiz? Did you not see the last earnings? They had like a 4 sigma beat to the upside. Why? CapEx. Oh my God, look at how much money Amazon's spending on CapEx. They're the Death Star. Why did it implode this much, Wiz? CapEx. 3 months before, CapEx was great. Now CapEx was bad. It's stupid. You needed to buy this with both hands. I told you 197 was a gift in Amazon. You could have gotten Amazon down here, synthetic stock at 197 and a half. Hell, it topped out recently back up at 220. We are filling the gap and we're going to rip. So yes, add a long-term bullish synthetic stock position in Amazon. It's in the model portfolio. You can see it if you're a current member here at TOPGUN Options in our solo AI service. If you are not a member in our Gucci Solo AI service, just underneath trade groups on TopGunOptions.com, go down to Solo AI. It's $197 a month, folks. I don't drink anymore. That would have been an average bottle of wine for the Whiz Fighter with some pasta or my steak. Obviously, you get a nice discount if you do the annual membership. I mean, folks, I just showed you with 2 trades. One of them was 3 minutes. I made $500. So I'm the guy who not only trains you how to trade options successfully, I pay for your training. You're welcome. I mean, one sniper shot last week was like a 2,200 profit. That was Solo AI, Amazon Solo AI membership for a year. I love this stuff, man. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about what we do. I'd be buying this dip. Tomorrow in the primary live trade brief, I'm actually going to do that. We're going to go out. This has got weeks. This ain't months. This will be weeks. We see a resolution. Oil's going to come back in. VIX's volatility index is going to come back in. The market's going to rally, period. Do we still have potential more downside to go? Yeah, maybe. The only people who pick the bottom to the day are dudes at cocktail parties looking at the left side of the chart. But we are pretty damn good at getting close to that, right? So make sure you join here at TOPGUN Options if you want access to the Tuesday, Wednesday briefs. That's actually full throttle, okay? The primary live trade brief is every Tuesday at 10 a.m. And then on Wednesday, we do AR, Accelerated Retirement. A lot of psychedelics, a lot of longer-term bullish positions, some lottery ticket trades in there, like some of the psychedelic names. And it's only $295 a month. Or, obviously, you get a nice discount if you do the annual membership as well at $29.95. I can pay for that in a couple sniper shots, man. This is not hard. I'd like to pretend that I'm some sort of Wile E. Coyote super genius. This isn't hard, man. Landing aboard the boat at night in bad weather, low on fuel is hard. This is fun. This can be easy if you know what you're doing. Okay? All right, man. I got to get going. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste. And bas. Oh, wait, real quick. One of the main reasons I did this damn thing. Go to the Max Afterburner podcast. Episode 147 just dropped today. I give the full debrief of the Kuwaiti F-18 shooting down the 3 U.S. Air Force F-15E Strike Eagles, the Mud Hens. This is the podcast, right? I did a couple quick videos last week to leak some intel out there, and what I've heard. This is from one of my closest friends. He was an instructor pilot. He was a Navy Hornet brother with me, but did an exchange tour with the Kuwaitis. He trained these guys, giving them some grief about that, obviously. Now he's in gutter, trained in the F-15 folks. So it is essentially from the horse's mouth. So if you want to hear exactly what happened with 95% certainty, Max Afterburner episode 147, War, Honor, and the Warrior Soul. And I talk about our upcoming retreat at Sacred Warrior Fellowship and how war sucks. Okay, I don't celebrate any of this. I don't enjoy any of this. I hate killing. I hate death. I hate destruction. It's awful. And we're going to have to, Sacred Warrior Fellowship, No Fallen Heroes, is going to be picking up the pieces of veterans from yet another war. That video will be posted shortly on the No Fallen Heroes YouTube channel. So go make sure if you want to see my ugly mug, you can watch it there. Like and subscribe. Okay, now we can get going. Fights on. Namaste and Basi, Basi. Wiz out.